Well, Kev, good to see you again. I'll start with how you found the last couple of days from your perspective.
Yeah, as you can imagine, it's been a little bit chaotic, but it's all good. We're settled down in the last obviously a few hours to settle down and try to prepare obviously for Saturday, which is ultimately it's the main thing. And it's been good. It seems it's been fast paced, but it's been good. Yeah.
What was it like when you first got the call to take on this current role?
It was an unexpected call, first and foremost, that's for sure. But one that I think probably maybe looked at me as the way I kind of am as a person, and obviously the way I kind of conduct myself in terms of as a player and that. And I think it's just seemed to be like, okay, give Kev a shout, see what you think. So when it came around, obviously, of course, at first I was a bit like, surprised to say the least. But yeah, one where whatever I can do to help the team, help the club is no problem with me. I'm happy to kind of fill in until there's a new manager appointed. And as I say, the main thing is it's not about me. It's not about the managers and stuff. It's about what we do on Saturdays and getting results ultimately. That's what it is.
Did you have to sit and think about it, or was it an easy decision to make?
I mean, it's an easy enough decision, but I knew like kind of what it entails in terms of obviously me kind of in the change room and stuff like that. So of course there was certain elements of it that did kind of make me think a bit. But no, as I say, first and foremost, it was an honour, as huge respect to even be given that call in the first place. So once it kind of got my head over, and I was like, okay, yeah, we'll crack on here. It's something I've always looked at in a longer term thing, coaching and management as years go on. But yeah, some would say thrown in the deep end, but it's all good. Like it's something I want to. It's a good thing for me personally to see this and being amongst it. And one thing I've got in there is a good set of lads who'll back me, and staff who'll back me all the way.
Do you see this as an opportunity for you?
In terms of
stepping into management?
No, I think like it's an opportunity, yes, but as far as it goes in terms of me, like I've signed here as a player, I've signed here as a 2-year contract as a player, and that's what I intend to be for sure. I've said for years, probably the past few years, I want to go into coaching at first, and then potentially managing if I'm all right at it. So first and foremost, as I say, I signed as a player, and that's what I intend to do, because I know myself. After all that I've been through, I want to make the most out of a career. That's the way I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you still got that hunger to carry on playing from here on in.
Yeah, of course. I think obviously I missed a couple of years through what was going on, and I want to kind of get these years back, and I want to play as long as I can. In the short term, if it's a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it may be, then I'm more than happy to help out, and I'll give my all to on an interim manager, caretaker manager side of things. I'll give my all for the team and for the club.
Are you open then to playing yourself in this role?
I think it's something we'll look at for a short term. I'm not too sure if I'd be able to do both. It's not really been decided just yet, but no. That's probably one of the awkward parts about it, because I've just played a few games and got a bit of minutes in my legs, starting to feel alright. So that is a discussion we've been having to this minute. So again, no real answer on that as such, because it is a bit up in the air on that side of things.
Yeah, I was wondering whether I was going to see Kevin McDonald in a suit or a tracksuit on Saturday.
I definitely won't be wearing a suit regardless. If I'm playing or not, I definitely won't be wearing a suit. So, but no, it's definitely something that we've all spoke about. If I can, I want to come in, and they've asked me to come in and be a caretaker like player manager. At this early moment, I don't know if I can do both to the full. I don't want to be doing like 50% player, 50%. So I've got to kind of commit to it, and that's how it is. So we'll see. As I say, we've not made a decision on that just yet, but we'll know. Come tomorrow, we'll know. Yeah.
Have you thought about yet what it will be like being on the touchline and just having that responsibility of being the manager of the team?
I've actually not really thought of that side, because these last couple of days has been quite hectic. It's been preparing like ourselves to set up against a very good Swindon team. I think that's the main thing. First and foremost, we need to get that right. Then if I'm stood on the side or playing whatever it may be, then then we can look into that. But I've not really overly thought about that side of things. I think like we need to get results. We need to get results quick, and that's the sole aim.
How is the mood in the camp? It's obviously been a difficult few days.
The mood's alright. I mean, no one wants a manager to lose their job. That's anyone, no matter what club you're at. No one wants that at all. So it's obviously discussions were made and stuff, and that's what the club have decided. But as professional footballers, you've got to do a job. You've got to move on. and that's what we've got to do. So there's got to be a professional side about it. That's what you get paid to do. You got to get paid to perform and go and play, and that's what we'll do. Yeah, but the mood's all right. The mood's good. Well, yeah, we'll be all good.
Yeah, I mean, how have they taken the news? Because for a lot of this squad, they've been under Mark's management for quite a long while. Yeah,
again, it's one of them things where managers lose jobs all the time in football. That's if the results aren't there, and especially at a club like this where we should be doing much better, everyone knows that, and we're the first ones to admit that as players we've not been good enough, every single one of us, and that's how it's been. So ultimately, the players cost the manager the job at times, and that is how it's been, because the results haven't been good enough. But like it is one of them things where we've got to move forward, one way or another. We've got to move forward, and it starts on Saturday. The players are all buying into exactly what we want to do, and that's where the focus is now.
Yeah, and you know, when we've spoken to the playing squad of late and there've been poor performances, they've been the first to put their hand up and say, you know, this is on us. Have you had to have some frank discussions about their own player level performances of late?
No, I don't really think that's in a place for me to say to comment to other players, because these are obviously my teammates, and I've been just average at times as well. You know, being good, I've been bad, I've been average. So that's myself as well. So I look at myself as a player first and foremost in the moments and think, right, okay, what can I do better at? Now I'm in charge of a team for however many games it is. I then can try and put that across to the players, and you know, bring a bit of confidence, get the energy back up, and you know, have a good feel factor about the place. And when it comes to the Saturday, Tuesday, whatever it is, then we're good to go. We've set a team up that's going to go and win, and that's what we intend to do.
You obviously got Mark Truman as your assistant. Have you also used some of the senior players in the squad to lean on them in help of preparation? Yeah, again, because this is my first kind of time in this, and an unexpected time. Like first meeting we had was a meeting, an open and honest meeting where, listen, this is an open book for these next few games. You know, if players don't want to say anything, good or bad, or things that they want to do, staff have been brilliant. Like it's. Because there's going to be things I miss out, that's a fact. Yeah. That's just how it is. As a manager, as a coach, whatever you want to say, it's that there's going to be things that I miss out. So all the staff have been told, listen, you have your input, you say this, so we can work it. If people are going to disagree, whatever, but we all want the best for the team, for the club. That's how it is. So everyone's bought into that, players and staff, and it's went well. You know, I had a couple of days of this. It's been good. It's been a great experience as well, that's for sure. How much preparation have you actually been able to do on Swindon to understand them as opposition? Yeah, again, we played Tuesday night, so our focus was on Tranmere. Then the Wednesday started to develop the situation here, and then from that probably Thursday morning really got a couple of days, and again we've done a lot. You know, we're in for probably the most hours I've ever been in a football club. Yesterday I was in for a while, so that was different, but it was good. It was what we needed, what's needed at this moment in time. So I was kind of analysing Swindon. Obviously a good team. You know, but we've got to look at our own strengths first and foremost. We've got to look at ourselves as a group of good players, a good squad, and what can we do to hurt them first and foremost, especially at home, which the crowd will be behind us, and it's up to us to go and put on a performance. What do you feel is the best way at this moment to stay more or less with the way that the manager was playing previously? Can you afford yourself enough time to change things drastically? What's the best method of attack at this moment? Yeah, again, you said it spot on yourself there. I think like because you're in for a short space of time, you're not going to go make wholesale changes and try and be this wide open, expansive team and stuff. You need to kind of play the role as such. You know, you're not going to change lots and stuff like that. It's about getting everyone to get together first and foremost. We know ourselves, as I said, speaking as a player as well, like we know ourselves we've been well below par, and it's finding these little small elements that make it a big difference to kind of improve collectively as a team. So that's going to be the aim. As I say, what was good about coming into if I was to have a job like this for a short period of time, we've got a good group of lads who want to work hard, who want to do well. Like, you know, they'll die for this club, because since 2 days I've been in charge, you can see that they're at it. You know what I mean? They're active. They want to get going. They want to not prove people wrong. But at the end of the day, we're a big club in a League Two where we should be winning. There's an expectancy on us to go and win games, and that's what we need to bring towards. That's what we need to bring on Saturday for our fans, for everyone to see. Like, listen, Bradford are a good team. They'll still be up there, because we firmly believe we will be. Have you been given a time frame at all of how long this role will last? No, there's no time frame. As far as I'm concerned on that side of things,
looking for a manager. If it's 2 games, 3 games, whatever it may be, then so be it. But I know for a fact as a club they'll be looking to bring in a manager as and when the right one appears. Yeah.
And am I right in saying that you have done some coaching previously in your career when you were at Fulham?
Yeah. Again, that was pre-surgery. I thought to myself, what am I going to do after football? So I need to kind of put something in place. So they were great with me in terms of I could take the under-18s and 23s for a bit. So I done B licence and A licence towards the end, but then I moved to Scotland, so I didn't finish my A licence. So these things, it's good coaching. I enjoy it. Yeah. I enjoy being out there. I enjoy being out on the grass. Like, it's something I always want to do. And it's one of them things. It's different. Imagine the first team, that's for sure. Yeah. It's different. I had a couple of nightmares so far, but yeah, we're all good. It's good. It's when you've got a group of lads, it's easier. Yeah. So, I mean, they understand the role that I've been put into, and it's we're all pulling together as a club.
Is it Kev? Is it Gaffer?
Nah, it's a fine if there's any Gaffer shouts. No, I'm not having it. Nah, I just think. I mean, it's just Kevin. As I said, it's an open forum there. It's like anyone can kind of say what they want, obviously, and that's how it should be. Because at the end of the day, I've signed as their teammate, and that's what I am. I'm in this role just now, and I'll commit to it 100%. But at the same time, like, they can say what they want.
It's kind of a question now that you have to ask in a managerial press conference. Team news ahead of Saturday.
There's not loads of team news to really report. Obviously, Pato came off injured, which unfortunately is going to be. I'm not too sure exactly to the extent of it yet, but he's going to miss the weekend. A couple of illnesses going around, similar to myself, but no, nothing hugely to report. That's the main one, really, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure if you'll know this, but was Alex's injury a reoccurrence of the previous injury that he'd had?
To be completely honest with you, he went for a scan. I don't think it is, no. I don't think it is and I think on the same side. I think it's on the same side, but I don't think it's a reoccurrence. No, so which can only be a good thing, I think. But I think from what I gather, they're seeing getting a second opinion, and then we'll go from there. So I don't actually know the extent of the injury just yet.
Thanks, Kev. Best of luck Saturday.
Thank you.
So, Kevin, it's an open forum. I mean, there's got to be quite a lot of element of trust in there, isn't there? Because obviously you've got to ultimately make a decision on who plays and who doesn't, and potentially in a couple of weeks' time, you're back playing alongside players that you might have said you're not playing this weekend. So, is that sort of balancing act you've got to do as a sort of player and a manager sort of thing?
Yeah, and I emphasised that when obviously we had the conversation with Ryan, it was one of the things I'm going to need to go back in that change room. So that was a part that is going to always be a bit strange, because I don't often see players going to kind of caretaker match then go back to playing. So that was one of the concerns, but. It's one of the concerns. The first thing I'd done was approach the players and said, listen, it's the same me. I'm not going to try and change. I'm not going to try and rock up and be a manager and do this and do that. Like, when I say an open forum, I mean that an open forum to an extent as such. You know, that I'm not going to be dictated to by like the players and that. Do you know what I mean? But it's just so they all know that we need, especially the staff, like the analysts and all. We need everyone together, because they're the ones who've got experience. Drew's got experience. These type of people. So these are the type of people we need to get to ultimately in the short term pick up results. But yeah, that side of things is a bit different. It's always going to be. That's the bit I found a bit strange at first, but the boys were so accepting of when I first came. Like, when I first came in, obviously they first came in, I've got the blue outfit on. They just all started laughing. I was just like, what chance have we got? But that's these type of things it's normal, isn't it? Because probably on the Wednesday they had no idea that I was going to be involved in this at all. So when they rock up the next time they see me after the game and I'm like this, it's funny. It's what it is, but it was a good laugh. It was, yeah.
But probably in the way you sort of broke the tension or probably lifted the mood a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of characters in there, isn't there? So that's when they know they're like you're still a player, because I've walked in and a couple of shouts, Gaffer, this and that. Do you know what I mean? You know what it's like. It's a group of lads, isn't it? So it was a good laugh. But I'll tell you what, when it came to the training time, the respect was there. The respect was there. Like, I made a mistake in training a certain part of a drill and stuff, and it was like, listen, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's mistakes are going to be made and stuff, but like the work ethic was there. Everyone bought into what we were trying to do in this short period of time, and at the end of the day, it's all for the same cause. Everyone wants to get 3 points. No one wants to be sat down in the league. You know, that's just for everyone. So if everyone pulls together, then that's going to have our best chance.
It won't inhibit you in any way, the fact that you've got to go back in the dressing room when you're trying to sort of, you've got your coaching head on now, and you're on the sideline wanting to organise things. You're not going to suddenly think, well, hang on, if I do it too much there, this could rebound on me a little bit.
No, I think I've been given a job to do, and it's exactly what I said. We had a good, as I say, with the players and the staff all together, we had a good chat, and it is a different situation. But no, that side of things won't. It's not going to change. It's not going to cause any problems. Like I've said, like and True and I've said, listen, it's about showing respect of the situation that it is as a club. What we need to do is we need to pull together as a group of players, staff, club, everyone together. You know, fans on Saturday, you know, we asked them to come in their numbers and be vocal behind the group, because we're playing one of the best teams in the league with an inexperienced manager who's in charge now of a group of players who have been underperforming, but we all know, I think, deep down with and without and outside the club, that if we perform to the best of our abilities, then there's the only ways up for us. And I think that's the main message from me to the players and the fans is we've got to give it a good go Saturday. If we go win Saturday, we've got to get Tuesday, and so on and so on.
And do you feel you've got to win, convince, perhaps it's probably a better word, convince some supporters, because obviously there's been a lot of frustration and anger at recent results and performances. You know, you saw it on Tuesday night, obviously straight after the game. Do you think you need to sort of, there is some need to be brought back on side by, let's say, this club showing what they're capable of?
I think, to be honest with you, we need to win regardless. I don't think it's a convince as such. I think it's like we need to win football matches. I think that's plain to see. We need to win. We need to pick up. And it could be a convince maybe certain parts of it. Yeah, maybe. But I think if we go in there and we give it our all and we bring high energy and we look to play and we bring what we know we can, fans will slowly buy into that. I think that's what kind of happens. Yes, of course, we want to go on Saturday and win 100%. Nothing more certain in life, and we'll do all we can in our power to do so. So I'm not sure if it's a convince or not, but we need to win football matches. That's that. Like, regardless of which way, however it is, we just need to win.
Obviously, you had coaching opportunities with Fulham. Was there anyone as sort of, you know, the managers at the time or people you work with who sort of, you know, you learned from and sort of encouraged you along the way?
Yeah, and I've lent on them as soon as I got the kind of call regarding this. I've spoke to numerous people to get advice and what should do, what shouldn't do, because obviously if I didn't call anyone, I wouldn't really know myself. I would know certain parts of it, but I wouldn't know into the deeper things. So I've lent on them. But yeah, there was a good couple from different clubs as well that like I took a lot from, and these things I've been jotting down on like a notebook for a long time, probably since I was about 28 years old. So I've got a lot of advice there, but no one advice of recent, but like no one's ever really needed to be in this position. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I need to pick up the phone again. But I've got coaching sessions in these things. But everyone's been spot on, to be honest with you. You know, they've been really helpful. I have. So
in the sense, you've been thrown in the deep end, but you can swim a bit. You've got the preparation there for one day for this potentially to have happened. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a style of coaching that I want. A style of coaching that obviously is going to take me years to get to where I want to be. So in a short term, in terms of going out on the grass and coaching a team and taking a team and setting a team up, I feel I'm all right at. Only time will tell. But this is someone that, you know, come July, whenever it was, August, I signed here to play football. I signed here because I want to continue to play football, and that's what I am. But in this short period of time, I'll do absolutely everything it takes to get 3 points and get a bit of a buzz back around the place 100%.